Children of the Universe by Professor Dr. Ante Simonić. Chapter 8 Spiritual Orientation and Change as a Constant. We wonder whether our research into immense spaces of the universe will provide explanations of the smallest particles of our bodies, whether the future will provide interpretation of the ancient history. Namely, cognition about the world sometimes results in unexpected and awkward conclusions. For instance, that we live in the expansion of the universe, which mainly consists of empty space filled with radiation, and in the immense space of time. That the matter is present in an extremely small amount and is in the state of hazardous agitation. That the amount of living matter is much smaller than the amount of the matter, and within it there is an extremely small amount of matter pervaded by consciousness, etc. Therefore, we are forced to work together in various fields of activities and limited by a gradual discovery of the world, that is, its fragments. Regardless of many attempts to rationally understand numerous facts, to most present-day people, the phenomenon of life, in addition to God, is still the center of the metaphysical understanding of the world, and often life and God are at the top of the scale of reversed values. Life is most commonly praised as the indisputable value, and its superior status among everything existing is believed in. Building such a value system in which life and/or God are to have a dominant role in the overall human actualization ensures the unquestionable appreciation of magic, religion, art, metaphysics, science, and philosophy in the future as well. However, this does not mean we are closer to finding a way to unite those two great expanses of our lives painlessly and without redundancies. How to unite the expanse which belongs to the outer world and is determined by love towards nature, the universe, with the one which is oriented towards the inner, intimate personal world and which is determined by love for God. Does evolution provide a substantial answer through cosmogenesis, geogenesis, biogenesis, anthropogenesis, and noogenesis? Does it mean that the universe developed from an embryo and grew like a tree, gradually becoming more mature and sophisticated? Does it mean that it was not created all at once, mature and sophisticated, but it is a huge building plot upon which increasingly more complex contents are constantly being built? Is it true that there is a unity of the universe in its segments, in the matter and the spirit, in the inanimate and the animate? Is there inanimate matter at all? What is next? Do humans represent the end or an axis of development? Where is the final resolution to the problem? A great number of plants and animals that we come upon are a result of the selection being conducted by people for thousands of years, a period almost negligible if compared to the existence of natural processes. However, that short period of artificial selection has, by inciting reproduction of certain and by preventing reproduction of other entities, resulted in some species becoming very rare or even extinct. But we have also bred dairy cows giving lavish quantities of milk, dogs of various breeds and abilities, sheep providing us with an enormous amount of fine wool, poultry laying a lot of eggs and having a huge meat mass increase. We have grown corn with thick corn cobs and wheat with rich ears, flowers of beautiful colors, vegetables of large tuber, and fast-growing leaves resistant to many pests and weather. And behold, people are suddenly surrounded by life forms non-existent in the past. However, regardless of our pride of the named creations, many pitfalls lurk in these achievements as well. As a result, many people draw attention to the danger of using genetically modified food. Many will agree with the viewpoint that the destiny of humankind, the appearance of our environment, and the future of the entire planet is to a great extent influenced, in addition to food, by huge changes in the area of transport, electronics, informatics, artificial intelligence, production of new materials, use of new energy forms, astronautics, nuclear biology, genetics. We witnessed amazing, sometimes even intimidating novelties, primarily resulting from accomplishments of science and technology, and we are increasingly becoming aware of how many challenges surround and pervade us. Due to that, I agree with Doshansky. In any case, the world is not fixed, not finished, and not unchangeable. Everything in it is a product of evolutionary flux and development. But the named considerations do not provide an answer to the question. Are the creation and the development of the world mere coincidence, or are they at least partially predetermined, that is, pre-programmed? Why not ask yourself, for instance, what is the chance for an individual human sperm to become a human, or, for instance, an Olympic Games rowing champion, or a Nobel Prize winner in physics? Almost none, almost negligible. And it is undoubtable that many people are to be born, that we will have new Olympic Games winners as well as many Nobel Prize winners in physics. Why does it happen that we, the currently living, and not only people but also plants and animals, continue to live where billions of former living beings disappeared, not even leaving petrified remains or skeletons behind? Does it make sense that the total number of extinct species is larger than the number of all beings currently living on Earth, and that the dead are drawn into death due to the temporariness of their bodies? Does conscious life give an additional higher quality to the existence, and does it reduce the temporariness of our bodies? Many highlight the seemingly irreconcilable contradiction between the principles of thermodynamics and the postulates of biological evolution. On the one hand, everything is supposed to move towards a thermodynamic death, while on the other, we witness the appearance of increasingly complex life forms. But the solution probably lies in the fact that the laws of thermodynamics do not exclude the possibility of the increase in the quantity of free energy in the system which exchanges energy and matter with the environment. As a result, in such an isolated system, order increases, and even if the system can become increasingly complex, the amount of free energy is inevitably reduced, and disorder increases in the environment surrounding such a system. Those undesirable consequences in the environment most commonly slip our attention, but can manifest, for instance, in a small increase of temperature in Earth's atmosphere. Such considerations lead us to the following conclusion. The biological and thermodynamic evolution are not contradictory. Moreover, the thermodynamic evolution is accelerated by the presence of life.